Hi guys, Tara here from 10 Acre Woods, where I am going to try to do some more farm vlogging this year. A lot of you are asking. So we're going to start with today. And yesterday, I got a very large load of four-way soil. So I'll take you out there and give you a preliminary tour. My four-way soil is just, my beds need a little bit of a raise, and it's been probably 8 years since I got some fresh soil in there. So some extra nutrients and whatnot in the soil. I am by no means the expert gardener, but I trial and error and figure it out, and have learned a few things over the years. So as we start, I will turn the camera around and kind of give you a little what's perennial wise in my garden and what its uses are. So of course, like every garden, we got rhubarb, and then our hollyhocks are in here as well. If you did not know, hollyhock flowers are edible. There's not much flavor to them, but it's kind of neat to show everybody that you can eat certain flowers. So again, I think the water took out my main one. Hollyhocks are biennials, so they come every second year. Once you have enough planted, it's like they come every year because you've got back-to-back plants. So I see my main flowers from last year have not showing any growth, so it might just be because it's the second year. I did pull one and discovered that it had too much moisture in the bottom over the winter. So in here, I'm gonna move, don't mind me, I'm not growing dandelions. It's just that this is my first day in the garden and you guys are getting a first glimpse of it. So I have two blueberry plants here. I will be moving them because they are not doing well here. And then my Chinese chives. The Virginia creeper is very glad that it took, and even this one has come back this year. Some of my houseplants, yes, I don't do houseplants very well. I tend to ignore them. We were gifted these walnut seeds, so I will plant them all in one bed so that I can protect them, and then just mark it so that I know it's going to grow there. These are the beds that I added last fall. I did come to a halt when I discovered two baby garter snakes, and I'm a snake lover through and through. Been catching garter snakes since I could walk, and since there was two babies, I knew there was a nest somewhere, so I left and just stopped doing the gardening so that they didn't get uprooted before winter. So now I will go through and get everything organized. I have planted my potatoes here. I will be adding more soil to the top, and of course as they grow. All of these beds have straw on the bottom. No point in getting rid of the straw bales that I used to do. I will just utilize it in the bottom as if they'll hold moisture. Also keep the weeds from coming up. This side, if you look through the weeds, you'll see, I'm gonna try pointing here like Mark. And the ones in the back, these are marshmallow, very medicinal, great in teas. In the front, we have the carnation and dianthus, yeah. So they came back really good this year, so obviously they like the moisture. This was all flooded in this area. Then we have the coneflower. There's supposed to be a catnip here, but I see it did not come back. Oh, I see tiny, tiny bits. So it obviously didn't like the flooding over here. And then we have oregano, lots of oregano. It really liked the wet too, so it's come back quite a bit. And then these are all purple coneflower in here. Eventually I have it all to do the different colors. We use a lot of this in the teas and whatnot. Lots of oregano. I don't see the horehound. Well, it was here, but I don't see it. Probably did not like that moisture very much. But hang on, don't give up your things yet. Apparently here we are, because of the water, we're a month behind temperature-wise. This catnip. But obviously you can see that it didn't like the moisture. I got a couple little sprouts coming up on it, which is why I plant so much, because if those don't live, the others will. These are my regular chives in here. Virginia creeper. This is where I did the cantaloupe last year. I'm going to switch that out because the chipmunks love to hollow them out. The rhubarb, well on its way. More oregano down there. And these are the haskaps. So there's haskaps. You see, this is, sorry, squirrel. This is the catnip that did not get flooded right here. So you can see the difference. Obviously, it did not like that water. So the haskaps and honeyberries are all, they were all flowering. Yeah, I see all the little berries coming there. We should have quite a few berries. The asparagus, nice and tall. So because there's only a few, I will let it go to seed again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to weed, I'll weed in here and then I'll add fresh soil on top just so that it can drain down through into the soil that's there. I've got room, I've built the beds up that I can add quite a bit to that. That's the honeyberry and then another haskap over here. And I like the 3 rule just so that they can cross-pollinate and whatnot. So the asparagus will get lots of seed out of that this year. And then just reseed it down. Usually when it's time to seed, I just break it down and let it tip down and seed itself. We'll see if any of last year's come up. Rhubarb, I had a bunch of school kids here today. Looks like they had fun in the rhubarb. Okay. So we just kind of a tour through. So these are all the old straw bales that I will be putting beds around this as well. I think I'm going to prefer getting some soil in there. They just dry out too quick. I don't find that they did much better. These are the testing pots where I did different manures, duck and geese, or duck and chicken manures. So I'm not sure. Well, I'll probably put the beans, cucumbers and stuff so that they grow up and over. I know the apple crisp cucumbers did well there. And raspberries spreading like crazy. Last year I did the lettuce and stuff in here because there was only 1 row of raspberries. I will leave it for the raspberries to take over, which was the original plan. So that'll all be raspberries back there. And then last year I moved the strawberries to the back side over here, and they absolutely love it. So they did really well through the winter, and probably the biggest I've ever seen them. So that's nice. Then you've got your medicinal island, I guess I'll call it. So this is the yarrow. Really good for teas. Good if you got a cold. Looks to me like I got some. I have to identify this one. Doesn't look like, at first I thought it was a poppy, but there's too many flowers on there to be a poppy, and its leaves are a little fuzzier than the poppy. So then you got the coral bells, and I got each color of the coral bells. That's the coral bell there. And then there's a purple one, and a light green one. My chocolate mint, really not, I really hope it comes back, but it doesn't, some years it does, some years it doesn't. Mosquitoes are terrible back here. So we'll see, I'll keep you updated on that. I don't see any right now. This is your Saskatoon. We keep a variety of trees back here just to show people the difference. So all of them are in full bloom. Oh, this is that, this is a medicinal shrub I got. Tiny wine, petite 9 bush, that was it. That's the 9 bush, so that made it coming back. This is a hawthorn. You see those spikes? Where are you? Where? Oh, it's because I'm going by that. Okay, there's the spikes. Nasty spikes to step on when you're yard clearing. Now I had some fennel planted back here. Don't see any sign of it yet. So I'll come out and weed and then that'll leave space for more to come up. Oh, look at this tree. Oh, it's so nice to get back here. Look at the blooms on that thing. Okay. So I believe that is the choke cherry. Could be wrong. It's always hard until the berries come. So those strawberries, yeah, look at those strawberries. Doing fantastic in there. So I just surrounded them with straw, and looks like they're coming back really nice. I believe that's tarragon back there. That was gifted to me by a friend. Same with the, oh, I thought that was a strawberry already. Little red, it's just a leaf. And then I was gifted the raspberries as well from a friend. Thank you, Patricia. They've done phenomenal. They actually had berries all last year. So they've already bloomed. So this is all raspberries. If you know Tara, me, I love my vanilla ice cream with raspberries and milk. Gotta have the milk. So last year we did, in the front of these beds, I did all my beets and carrots. And because the raspberries, this was their main home gonna be, this will be just strictly raspberries now. My tomato beds. So I will seed these today as well. And what I'll do is I'll just spread my tomato seeds on the bottom and then add some soil on top. This was all the rabbit manure and everything, so I know it's got lots of nutrients in it. So I'll just dust it up, put my seeds in, water the heck out of it. We got 3-4 days of rain coming. And then my tomatoes will actually grow up to be about 14 feet high. And then what happens is they grow up and then they fall over so that I can harvest them all from this height. And yes, I do lots of trimming and have lots of veggies, lots of fruit from it. So you can see the straw bales are they're at their end, and so that's why I'm just using them in the bases. Greenhouse, you know, I didn't even utilize it this year because the weather was just weird, but it's hot in there. Then in here I took up, this is what the straw beds were like down this row. Now I'm putting all the metal beds and it'll be like this. I'll grow all the tall stuff, my beans and peas up the back so that they can go up and over. Probably my watermelons too this year, up and over. And then it leaves me the first 1.5 feet in here that I can utilize for, you know, cucumbers, other crawling or short things. I don't know, what am I gonna put in there? I got so many seeds, I'll figure it out. I'll also at one point, I gotta get the seeds in before the rain. I think that'd be a good idea. And then I'll finish putting the fabric down. Once I'm done the fun stuff, then I'll come out and finish my fabric on the ground. And then it'll all be finished up to look like this edge over here, which will be really nice. Hi guys, Tara here. So yeah, I'm a little disheveled. I'm dirty as heck. I have been going for the last, I think, about 6 hours in the garden. So my mud pile is getting smaller. All new soil in the top of the hollyhocks and rhubarb, and it's weeded. So now you guys will actually see what my garden actually looks like when it's weeded and nice and good to go. My gate to keep out the ducks and the rabbits. All right, So first off, this one you can really tell the difference in. So you can really see the plants now. The marshmallow on the back looks fantastic. All the water dishes are for the bees. With the drought the last couple years, we found that the bees really need their water. So that'll get filled nice and weeded. I got to here. Still got all that to do. And then this first row here of planters, there is 5 different kinds of potatoes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potatoes. I noticed in an old pot that the sunchoke, so that is sunchoke, and that is coming back this year. And then in this row, we have carrots, because the animals love carrots, and so do we. I think this one is our favorite, the purple. Nope, Kyoto red, it's the purple. Cosmic purple and purple dragon are some of our favorites. So these are all done. Kind of just moved to, I'll get down there. This is the section I got to today. And then I got all the black walnut planted. And let me see, I had a label. Okay. So the first one is butternut tree. That's these here. And then we have a horse chestnut. Oh, I gotta watch where I'm pointing the camera. Horse chestnut. And then we've got our black walnuts. They'll take probably a year or two to grow, but at least they're planted and ready to go. And then a couple, I believe these are chokecherry. Oh, these are the pear. So 2 pear trees. And so just kind of pulling out what I had from last year. Chokecherry. These are the honeysuckle. Now honeysuckle is not good for animals, so we have to plant that elsewhere. And then of course the Virginia creeper, which I absolutely love. That's the one on the deck there and up the pillars. It has to stay away from the animals because it is not good for the animals. So that's how far I got. And hopefully I'll get some more done tomorrow. My boy Braxton and his partner are coming tomorrow to help me in the garden, which they absolutely love. So that was it. I'm in a total work mode. For now, I'm going to go in. I'm going to wash up and back at it tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Yeah.